Hi everyone, I'm here to talk to you about your evaluation essay topics. Let me rephrase, your evaluation argument essay topics. And you guys see on my desktop I'm actually at the Pearson website. That's the publisher of our textbook, and I have the chapter table of contents up here on the left. And this is a silly website because they want me to buy, but you know, I just have the copy of the table of contents up so that we can focus on what's the purposes of this video. Well, I want to help you with some topic ideas, but I also want you to be reminded, you see my mouse is going around this part right here, that we have actually 3 different kinds of evaluation arguments we can write. And we were talking a little bit about them in class on Wednesday. So I just wanted to give you a review of those things. So there are 3. You can write a practical evaluation argument. And if you decide to do that, your topic choices would be things that are relevant to you in your life. And let me give you a quick example. Yelp is very related to the assignment we're doing. If I'm really hungry and I want to go eat at a restaurant, I'm going to go, open my Yelp app and search for restaurants in the area, whatever food I'm in the mood for, and I'm going to start reading through people's reviews. And that's a very practical, not quite an essay, but a very practical way to use evaluation argumentation in real life. Some people do it better than others, where they're actually pointing out, this is, I forget the ratings on Yelp, but if it's like 5 out of however many stars or whatever, that's a clear rating. That's a clear thesis to say, hey, this restaurant deserves 5 stars out of the 5 stars available to it. And then for someone to make a review, to write out a paragraph to point out what was so great about that restaurant, that's practicing evaluation and arguing. So very practical. And so I have a note here. I'm looking down because I have my notes. So my practical evaluation topics for myself, just giving you some examples. Don't want you to copy mine. I'm just, sharing mine so that you have ideas about what could work for your assignment. Let's see. I recently just switched from Xfinity to CenturyLink, and I'm even sort of disappointed with CenturyLink now. So I'm thinking that maybe I should do a little bit more research on ISP availability in my area. That'd be totally practical. So in my evaluation essay, if that were a topic idea for me, and that's one that I've listed in my journal, I would have to use a little bit of a comparison actually, so that in the end of my argument, I'm being clear about which service I think I'm going to try. So that's a practical evaluation argument. So the second type of evaluation argument is the aesthetic. And this really relates to artistic quality, right? So I don't have a lot to say about this because we covered it a lot in class. If I decided to write my own movie review of it, I would be practicing this aesthetic evaluation argument. I also wrote down that I could do a comparison of, I like Kendrick Lamar a lot. I like his, not his most recent album, but the one that he released before that, and I can never remember the name of albums. But I think I would compare those last 2 albums because I was disappointed with the recent one that dropped. When did it drop? Like, it was before the summer, I guess, or maybe just in the beginning of the summer. So those would be arguments that evaluate the quality, the artistic quality of the thing made that we are supposed to not only enjoy, but also learn from. And art is basically just put out there for us to experience the human condition. And I think either of those topics would work for me if I were going with the second type of evaluation argument. But anything fits in here that is related to art. You might do a book review. You might look at a couple of poems by a poet that you really like and come up with some criteria for the art that you're looking for and evaluate it. And then the last type of evaluation argument is the ethical one that I was mentioning in class at the end last time. And I have a hard time thinking of a topic for myself for this one. I'm having some trouble with my landlord, so I could write an evaluation argument that would evaluate the unethical practices that my landlord is currently showing me or exhibiting. So anything that's related to policy or law or the way that human beings should be treated, these kinds of things would be relevant topics in this category. And you're reading an ethical evaluation argument for homework for the weekend, the article that I was talking to you about at the end of class. I don't have the book in front of me right now, so it's the one about jail practices in the United States. So that's another example of an ethical evaluation argument. So I encourage you when you're doing your list of 5 topics to not only list those topics out, but in your mind sort of categorize where it fits within those 3 types of evaluation arguments. And when you read in the textbook, the beginning chapter, where I circled before, recognizing kinds of evaluations, you'll get some reinforcement on the different 3 different types of evaluation arguments. Okay, so there are a few topic ideas. There's a review of the kinds of evaluation arguments you can write, and I look forward to hearing about your topic ideas in class on Monday. See you guys.